He has been saying, "I'll start tomorrow," for the last 47 days. Dev needs to write a proposal that could completely change his life. He has the coffee, he has the time, and he has the talent. But tonight, Dev is sitting in the dark, completely paralyzed, waiting for an invisible spark to hit him. He is waiting for motivation. Dev is trapped in the single biggest psychological lie of the self-help industry. The belief that your emotions must align before your body can move. Today, we expose the neuroscience of why waiting to feel like it is a form of self-sabotage and the exact behavioral loop you need to wire your brain for automatic execution. Part 1. The Emotional Fallacy. Dev is a 29-year-old UX designer who wants to launch his own independent consulting firm. He possesses an exceptional portfolio and absolute clarity on his business model. Yet, day after day, his routine is identical. He sits down at his desk, opens a blank project file, and pauses. He checks his internal emotional weather report. "I'm just too drained from my day job right now," he tells himself. "I don't have that creative fire tonight. I'll wake up early on Saturday morning when my mind is completely fresh, and the motivation will carry me through." But Saturday morning arrives, and the fire isn't there. Instead, Dev feels a dull weight of anxiety, a lingering sense of dread, and a deep craving for comfort. He cleans his kitchen, goes for an unneeded grocery run, and postpones his future yet again. Dev is a victim of the emotional fallacy. Popular culture has taught us a linear, completely unscientific loop. First you get the feeling, then you take the action. But behavioral psychology proves that the human brain does not operate this way. Motivation is a fluctuating, unstable byproduct of our emotional state. It is dependent on your blood sugar, your last sleep cycle, and your current stress levels. If Dev waits until his amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, feels perfectly safe and comfortable with a high-stakes, difficult task, he will wait until he is 90 years old. By relying on motivation, Dev has outsourced his destiny to a passing chemical mood. Part 2. The Amygdala Friction. By month 2 of procrastination, Dev's internal dialogue turns toxic. The absence of action transforms into a heavy weight of guilt. Every time he sees a colleague on LinkedIn launching a new venture, Dev feels a sharp pang of self-resentment. He begins to think, maybe I just don't want it bad enough. Maybe I lack the natural drive. Dev doesn't realize that his brain is performing exactly what it was evolved to do. This is the amygdala friction. Whenever you attempt to execute a task that involves a risk of failure, cognitive strain, or a departure from your routine, your brain's emotional center perceives it as a threat. The amygdala immediately triggers a mild survival response, signaling your nervous system to stay safe, stay warm, and avoid the discomfort of the task. When Dev chooses to close his laptop and clean his kitchen instead of writing the proposal, his brain receives an immediate hit of relief. The threat is gone. By avoiding the work, his brain records a psychological victory. Avoiding that complex project kept us safe and comfortable. Let's do that again next time. Dev wasn't lazy. He was trapped in an engineered neural habit loop where procrastination was being rewarded with safety, while his future was being starved to death. Before we watch the exact moment, Dev uses an aggressive psychological trick to shatter this biological cage. Let's ensure your own mind is armed against the emotional fallacy. If you are ready to stop letting your moods dictate your achievements and start mastering your neural wiring, hit that subscribe button. We unpack the raw, authentic science of human behavior every single week, so you can finally command your own execution. Now, let's see the moment Dev's routine cracked open. Part 3. The Behavioral Activation Loop. The turning point happened on an ordinary Thursday evening. Dev came across a concept from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, called behavioral activation. The theory states that human emotion follows physical motion. If you want to change how you feel, you must aggressively manipulate how you move. Dev decided to run an experiment. He sat down at 9 p.m., his body screaming with exhaustion and his mind heavy with doubt. He didn't wait to feel inspired. Instead, he deployed the 5-minute friction trick. Dev told his brain a strategic lie. We are not writing the multi-million-dollar proposal tonight. We are just going to open a blank page, type words for exactly 5 minutes, and if we still feel miserable after 300 seconds, we have permission to stop and watch TV. By drastically lowering the stakes, Dev bypassed his amygdala's threat detection filter. The task no longer felt like a massive career milestone. It felt like a brief, low-risk chore. He pressed start on his phone's timer. For the first 2 minutes, it was excruciating. His sentences were clumsy, his ideas felt disjointed, and the friction was real. But by minute 3, his prefrontal cortex began to engage. He noticed an error in his first sentence and corrected it. By minute 4, he was thinking about the next paragraph. When the timer went off at 5 minutes, Dev didn't stop. He didn't want to stop. Part 4. The Momentum Wave. Dev had unlocked the secret of the momentum wave. By forcing his hands to type despite his emotional resistance, his brain initiated a process called self-efficacy realignment. The moment he saw real words appearing on the screen, his internal narrative shifted from, "I can't do this," to, "I am actively doing this." This tiny visible progress triggered his brain's striatum, the reward center, to release an authentic wave of dopamine. This wasn't the fake dopamine of a social media scroll or a visualization fantasy. This was the clean, focused dopamine of actual achievement. Suddenly, the elusive motivation Dev had spent 47 days waiting for arrived. After he had already been working for 10 minutes, Dev worked for an hour and a half straight that night. He completed the first half of the entire proposal. As he finally shut his laptop at 10:30 p.m., he felt a deep, authentic surge of energy. He realized that action is not the destination of motivation. Action is the engine that manufactures it. Dev launched his firm 6 months later. He didn't become a hyper-inspired superhuman who wakes up singing every morning. He still faces days when he feels uninspired, tired, and deeply unmotivated. The difference is, Dev no longer cares how he feels. He realized the most profound rule of high-performance psychology. Amateurs wait for motivation. Professionals rely on infrastructure. Your feelings are irrelevant to your capacity for execution. Your limbs do not require emotional permission from your brain to move. Stop inspecting your mood like a weather report. Put your body in the chair, set the timer, and let the movement rewrite your mind. Are you sitting in the dark right now, waiting for a feeling that might never show up? What is the one task you've been putting off because you don't feel like it? Tell me in the comments below. Set your timer for 5 minutes and go do the ugliest version of it right now. Give this video a like if you're ready to stop waiting, and I'll see you in the next one.